Kind of the message that I gave the team after the game. I said, we've played in 2 games now that all of a sudden the first half we stumble around and fumble around and all of a sudden we're playing from a deficit. And defensively, that's happened the last 2 times we've played. A lot of big plays by USC. We knew they were a very potent offense. They got on top of us early, and then in the second half we rallied back pretty much to get ourselves back in the game. Can't say enough about Joey. For a kid that has never played, to go in and play against a really talented defense and score 4 touchdowns. Says a lot about his mindset and how he's prepared himself to play. Not playing all season and had to be pressed into play. So kudos to him. But it was a game of drop balls, missed opportunities for us on offense at times. Some penalties, call some plays back. All those things, when you do those things, we're not a good enough football team to overcome those things. To their credit, they fought, got back in the game. We had a chance there at the end. We fell short, so hopefully it's another learning game for them. But we got to stop doing this to ourselves because we're getting behind in games too early, and it becomes very, very difficult to play uphill, and we've done that the last 2 times we played. Questions?
Michelle Gardner, Arizona Republic. Coach, I know moral victories aren't what the kids want, but to have a young team dig that kind of deficit and still have a chance to win it at the end, do you think that says something about the character of your guys?
Well, I will say this. They don't know what they don't know because they're so young. And, they never had their heads down at halftime, which is a matter of fact. And I told them, I said, hey, look, we can move the ball offensively. We can do that. I said, defensively, now we got to play better. We got to play a lot better. And then I thought they played pretty good the second half. They got the 1 field goal. That was due to we kicking the ball out of bounds. They got the ball on the 50, and we ended up holding them. They kicked the field goal there, but too many missed opportunities. And we're playing against us. You can't play against us. You got to play against the opponent. And I mean this, penalties, drop ball. We dropped a lot of balls on that last drive too. You can't drop those passes in big games, in big moments. And some were young guys, I understand that. But that's the maturity of it. You have to, in the moment, catch is important. And on that last drive, we probably dropped 2. And that's too many. And you got to give them credit. SC, you got to give them credit. They did a nice job, came out early, established their offense, and got going. But then the second half, I thought we adjusted some things, and offensively, we just felt like we could move the ball. And we were able to move the ball with a kid that never played. And that's a lot of credit to Joey and Coach Likens and getting him ready to play.
Carson Roberts, Inferno Intel. Obviously, the first quarter was a bit of a letdown from the defense. They let up 28 points and ended it with a 95-yard receiving touchdown.
Yeah.
What adjustments were made after that first quarter where they only let up 3 points through the next through the final
Just play the coverage correctly. On the big one, it was you couldn't have a better coverage call. It was Tampa 2. You got a safety supposed to be running down the middle with the guy, and you got 2 half players. Nobody plays the ball. I don't. It's not like it was some great orchestrated play. I mean, you see it all the time versus that defense. And we had a middle runner, and the kid that caught it can run. There's no doubt about that. But we didn't play the ball. The guy makes a nice throw, he catches it and runs off with it. So you got to give them credit. But it's not like we changed defense or anything like that. We really didn't. I mean, we just kind of stuck to our coverages and got more attentive to things and played better.
Coach, to piggyback off that too, I mean, you've touched on it all season. I mean, the slow starts, it's not for not being prepared. You always hear a team, you've as a coach said, a team, if they're not prepared, you can see it. But, I mean, prepared making the plays, and I know it's probably the million-dollar question for you, but what's, the thumbprint to you for having the speed bump starts to games in general?
Yeah, it does. And I wish I could put my hand on it, but I can't. We've talked about it, and you can't let it occur, and it occurred again. It just kept occurring, and then all of a sudden we find our way, and then when it's money time in the fourth quarter when we have the ball, we got a chance to move down there, maybe win the game. And we drop a couple balls. We had a couple longs we caught, fouls. And so, and I'm not making excuses, that's the game. And you can't do those things if you're going to be a good football team. And right now, we're not a very good football team. We're a team that plays against us, and we got to stop doing that. And once we figure that out, we'll win a game again.
Coach Trevor Booth with Sun Devil Source. Just the 3 timeouts that you used in the second half, the one on the 2-point conversion, then the 3rd and 18, and I believe 4th and 6. Can you just walk through those scenarios and those decisions?
Well, we were playing the clock in the fourth quarter. Yeah, playing the clock. I mean, I got to get more time on the clock, knowing that we're going to get the ball. And we got the ball with 3 minutes left, because we felt like at one junction when it was 3rd and 17 or something like that, they made about 10 yards or so. They were in between what they were going to do. Were they going to punt it? Were they going to go? We thought they were going to go, so we called timeout. So you're going to go for it? Okay, we're going to call timeout. They decided to punt. So with those timeouts being used, we had a lot of time left. We got the ball back with 3 minutes. In college football, that's an eternity, man. I mean, you make a first down, the clock stops. Then you have the ability, if you keep going, to clock it. So I was worried more about having some time for Joey that we can move the ball, and it ended up moving it okay. You know, we dropped some critical balls, man. We dropped 2 critical balls. And I'm not going to mention who dropped them, but we dropped them, and you got to catch them.
Coach Jesse Morrison, Devil's Digest. The first quarter this season hasn't been great. Why do you think there's such a change after the first quarter, just this whole season?
Yeah, we slow starts. You're right. We don't score a lot of points in the first quarter. Last year it was the third quarter, and the fourth quarter was good. We scored a lot of points in the first quarter last year. This year we're struggling. I can't even know the number anymore, but I don't even think we scored 30 points yet in the first quarter of football games. We gotta find a way to do a better job. And what's funny is we've done this twice now. We've actually deferred the ball, the other team gets the ball, and they take the ball and drive right down the field on us on defense. So we need to fix that, because that's not good, because you look up at the clock and it's 7-0, and then it's 14-0. It's like, really? We're doing this again? And so we got to stop that. And the players have to stop it. You know, there's no magical call. You got to stop it. Bottom line, they know it. And we got to help them do that, but they got to actually go make the plays to stop it.
Coach, Alex Weiner, Inferno Intel, back here.
Yes, sir.
Were there any words of wisdom said to Joey before that last drive, and then how did you feel he handled the pressure?
Win the game. That's what you do. No different than I tell Jaden. And he smiled and said, "Coach, we're good." I said, "Okay, go. Go do it, man. Go have fun." Every time he came off, I told him, "Just keep smiling, man. You're doing great." Because he's put in a tough spot. I mean, you know, that's a pretty athletic defense that those guys got. You know, he doesn't have Jaden's skills as far as running, making a lot of plays with his legs. But we moved him out some to get the rush away from him, and he threw the ball fairly well. You know, for the first time him playing in a game like that, and credit to him.
And then Coach Adam Noel and Inferno Intel, how do you think Joey did in connecting with those veteran wide receivers and Frank Darby and Brandon Ayuk? Because it looked right from the beginning that connection was already kind of formed, and he was hitting guys left and right, and they both had really big games for the team.
Yeah, he's not afraid to throw the vertical ball down the field. I mean, he might take more chances than Jaden with the ball. I mean, he'll throw it. He's not afraid. The one that he got picked off, I told him, I see, I look safety off. He just, you know, he came out and stared right at it. He's got to keep the safety away. But he kind of looked, and the safety got a beat on it and made the play, which is a great play by the safety. But other than that, I thought he did a good job for a guy having to go in and play like that. I commend him, man. He did. I'm glad we had him, because if not, it was going to be the Captain America or Trenton, and then you know, that's all we had. But to their credit, they moved the ball, they scored some points, and we just gave them a big lead early, and we didn't overcome it. We fell a little short.
Last one, Greg. Sure. Greg Moore, Arizona Republic. Coach, it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you react to it, both in the game and then from week to week. So what's your message to players along those lines?
I told them this, that once we decide to stop beating ourselves, we'll win a football game again. Because a lot of this was just self-inflicting fouls, or drop balls, or missed gap control, or not playing the coverage correctly. And a couple guys on defense, a couple of young guys, they had big eyeballs. You know, I mean, I looked at them on the sideline, they had big eyeballs, man. And you can't get mad at them. It's just, you know, you know. The problem is when one guy goes out, another freshman comes in. You know, it's just that's what we are right now, and you can't do anything about that until they get enough confidence to play, and when things happen, they can let it go. It's a learning experience for all of them, and we all go through it, you know. And when you have that many guys playing, there's errors, you know. I mean, whether there's a holding on a screen where we got some yards. I mean, I don't know. It's just you look at them and I don't get mad at him because I'm like, he don't know. I mean, he's just, you know, this is big. All these games are big to these kids. They're asked to play a lot, you know, and you can't get mad at them, but they got to learn. And once they learn, we're going to be a pretty good football team, in my opinion.